Hello, everyone. Brett the Comic Novice here, and today I'm going to be looking at Batman 131, which is going to be starting the second arc of Chip Zdarsky's run on Batman. Now, I will tell you, this is to me a very bizarre book because actually, just let's get into this. All right. Well, before I begin and dive into Batman 131, I will say I think I need to discuss the previous arc done by Chip Zdarsky, the Failsafe arc, which was well enjoyed by many people as it started off. And then near the very end, it kind of got odd. I think it got odd, but it was okay because it's a comic book. But some of the complaints were that there was too much comic booky things done in the Batman comic book, and it was not realistic. So, that's I guess could be a complaint, but it's a comic book. Anyway, that's my thoughts on it. But this one picks up where we last left off as Failsafe shot Batman with some sort of ray that was found in the Fortress of Solitude. And we find him being left in the crime alley. However, maybe this was the favor that Failsafe gave Batman because that even though he was hunting him, he was able to appease to a more humanity within this robot. However, as we go through this, one of the things that I think is the oddest is the Jim Gordon character, which is kind of like your Director Bones type. That's what I thought they were going with regarding this Jim Gordon character. However, as we read the book, we find that this Jim Gordon character is able to read, well, there's no thought bubbles, but the thought panels or whatever they're called, the thought boxes. And he's able to discuss, and like for some reason, Bruce Wayne Batman does not acknowledge this at all, which I found super odd. A long story short, this is a world without a Batman, which is odd because wouldn't you think that this should be the story in the world without a Justice League, a world without a Batman? I don't know. I feel as though it's kind of a copy of the one shot that I did not read because I decided to only do the main issues for Dark Crisis because I picked up everything for Death Metal and I was never going to do that again. And so you find that Harvey Dent is on the Bane Venom, and he's kind of like he's the law, or he's above the law, or something like that. I don't know, some sort of Sylvester Stallone type of a speech pattern right there. I don't know. That's how I read it, and I will tell you, if you're into first appearances, again, we have Harvey Dent as this judge, this Judge Dredd kind of judge. We have Jewel, so we have another new character right here, and then eventually we get introduced to this version of Selena Kyle. So there's a new introduction right there, and then we have this character Red Mask. So a lot of first appearances. So I guess if you really want to get your first appearance kick or your collectibles or whatever, I guess this is the one to do it. This is an odd story. I'm not sure how much into this story I'm at. Again, with this being $5 a month, I think what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to completely sit out this run by Chip Zdarsky, this second arc, and just trade wait because $5 a month, this is going to last about 6 issues. That's about $30 right there. I could probably pick up the trade for half that. The one thing that I'm really intrigued at, and they're probably going to break it up into 2 trades, which would probably be smart, would be the secondary story, which I find probably the best Robin story. Now, I would love to have picked up the other Robin book, but the artwork is just not to my tasting with Riley Rosmo. And also, I don't think that Meghan Fitzmartin is a good writer because of what I read. Being a novice reader, not what the content is, what I read in the Batman Urban Legends story. I just don't think she is a good writer, so I'm completely sitting this out. However, this is a really good Tim Drake Robin story. Like this, here's what should happen. You need to drop the Meghan Fitzmartin run And this needs to be the Tim Drake book right here. Like, I don't know what your thoughts are about Chip Zdarsky, but I feel as though that Chip Zdarsky, at least from the voice, and I haven't read much of the Robin or Red Robin. I did pick up a lot of those on Comixology sales over the holidays. However, I've not read the Robin series featuring Tim Drake, but I feel as though there's a really solid voice, and we focused on the action, not on the love interest, which I find that's what it needs to happen. I'm very intrigued by, this Robin story. I like that, he believes, and, Dick Grayson knows also that, Batman's not dead. And, you know, Dick Grayson says, we need to continue, or Nightwing basically says that, we need to just, protect Gotham. But Tim Drake is wanting to help find Batman because no one else is going to help him. I think this is a very intriguing storyline. This is like the best story out of the book, and this is the backup story. So yeah, sadly, I think I'm going to trade weight that. I don't know. What are your thoughts? Am I trade weighting because I want to, or am I trade rating because of, I guess, am I getting semi peer pressured by the negative YouTube videos on the Zdarsky end of his first arc? I don't know. I don't think so. I think I'm giving this its fair shake. And I don't know. What do you think? Put comments down below. Like, subscribe, do all the other things. I do appreciate all the feedback. It is very appreciated. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And until next time, I will see you in the dollar bins.